What's up, everybody? Sean the D-Man here, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are having yourselves a great week so far. We are back to talk about Marvel's newest little special presentation, Punisher, One Last Kill, which dropped yesterday on Tuesday. We got John Barathol back as the Punisher, obviously, and watched it. I mean, I like what I saw. There are some things that, like, some questions, like, I'm curious about. So basically, I guess because it's only like 44 minutes long. So it's a very short presentation. I think Werewolf by Midnight was the same thing. So this kind of follows the because I think this is Marvel's third special presentation, along with Werewolf by Midnight, the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. I don't think we've had another one like this. I think this is probably like the third one that they've done, and I kind of wish Marvel would do more stuff like this. But basically, one of the things I'm not clear on is if this special presentation is separate from anything else. Because now, if you remember, at the end of Daredevil Born Again season 1, we know Punisher escapes out of Kingpin's holding and he just disappears. He's not in season 2, even though he is mentioned a few times by Karen and just throughout season 2 of Born Again. But in this one, it's not clear on where it takes place. Because we pick up with Frank, and what we learn is, I believe this is in Little Italy of New York. Crime is just running rapid here in this area. People are getting killed like crazy. It is a lawless place. A lot of that is because of the absence of the Nucci family, who was kind of, I guess, basically holding things in place. They were like the mafia, I guess you would call them mafia bosses or whatever, but they're the ones in charge of the place. Now, Frank Castle has taken them out, because the way they frame it is that the Nucci family was a part of Frank's family being killed. Goes along with the Irish. What was his name? What were their name? The the biker gang from season 1, and then there was another one too. There was a third group. I can't remember who it was. It was like it's like the like a cartel type of guys. I can't remember their each individual group names. I know one of them was like the Irish, the Dogs of Hell, and then a Mexican gang. I can't remember their names. And now apparently the Nucci family is a part of that. I don't know. Probably could have gone a different route than having to do that. But anyway, Frank. It's been quite some time. Frank's killed him. He's been lying low. Nobody has seen him for quite some time, which is why I was very curious, and I'm a little disappointed because, again, we don't see Frank in season 2 of Born Again. Now, we do know he is in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I thought originally, when this presentation was getting ready to come out, with Kingpin being gone at the end of Born Again, are we going to see what Punisher's been doing during this time, while maybe Kingpin's been in charge? If so, how does Frank in the presentation lead us into the Frank? Um, Lead us to the Frank in Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's one of and don't really get a clear answer in this about it. It's just a little disappointing. You could have connected Born Again, the special presentation, Spider-Man Brand New Day. You could have found a way to connect those three projects, but I don't know. But well, I guess we'll have to just wait and see on how things shape out with the Brand New Day movie when it drops in July. But basically, Frank has, he killed the Nucci family, and basically he's done. Like he's basically done. He's given up. We do see him struggling with ghosts and stuff like that of his past. Pretty much just like his fellow Marines that were he served alongside of. And Oh, the opening, before I forget, the opening was so sad because this guy, this homeless guy is just with his dog. They're trying to find, I guess, a place to sleep for the night and everything. And these group of hoodlums like take his dog, and this one guy like just throws the dog in front of a moving truck and kills it. And I was just like, oh my God, that's what that is wild. Um, we see that Frank just goes about his business. It is just a crazy lawless place because we see a point where Frank is just walking down the street. We see like a police car pull up, it gets hit, and then it just backs away. We see another one on fire. We see a couple of guys beating up police officers. People just blatantly getting shot on the street, and Frank is just going about his business because what's his purpose? And that's kind of the thing of this presentation. Like, what is Frank's purpose? He supposedly killed the last group of people who were involved in his family's death. What's the purpose now? Like, the mission is quote unquote finished. So what's the purpose? Well, kind of find out. Um, we get there's one more family member that that's still alive. Let me see. And she's basically come for her revenge. She finds Frank in this hole in the wall, like kind of like apartment, and where he's just been staying. And she put out a bounty, and she's just kind of like, they're at 6:47 p.m. The location where Frank's living is going to be known to everybody. I guess everybody in the area or everybody in the city. I think it's just generally the area. She's going to let them know where Frank is, and there's a bounty on his head. Talking about how like she's gonna be the one dishing out the punishment because um she talks about each person that Frank killed. Um, because the last person that is shown being killed, she was with him at that time, which you know now it's basically revenge. And you get this, the last several minutes of it is just a long, continuously action sequence where you have Frank literally just going and just killing everybody who's trying to like cause harm and stuff like that. You can tell he is kind of protecting civilians because I joked about it because there's a moment where he tells one girl to like stay down and she doesn't stay down. She's just running. I was like, okay, thank you for listening. But um, he basically finds his purpose again, and that is to protect people. I guess people who may not be able to protect themselves and stuff like that. But he goes throughout the apartment complex, and it's just a continuously shot of like him taking on like 20, 30, 40 people, using whatever weapons he could get his hands on, whether it was like an axe, AK-47, submachine gun, pistol, a baseball bat, whatever he could get his hands on. He was just straight up just murking every single person that came across his way because they wanted that bounty. Now, the last Nucci member does escape, in which I was thinking, it's like, are they going to try to set up a season 3 for the Punisher? Because I think there's only two. Yeah, there's only 2 seasons of the Punisher. So with her escaping, are they going to try to um set up a season 3 potentially? Now I don't know whether John Barathol wants to come back or not. That's he I don't know. I know Marvel tried to change his character a little bit when Daredevil Born Again was getting ready to go, but like, I think he said he didn't want to come back if they're going to change the character. And yeah, this was a pretty um bloody presentation for sure. So I mean, I very much enjoyed it. Like a lot of people say John Barathol isn't the best Punisher and all that. Now some people would say Thomas Jane or Ray Stevenson. I feel like there's another one. I think there's like a fourth Punisher that I'm forgetting. But like I haven't seen the Ray Stevenson Punisher one. I think it's Punisher Warzone. I think that's what it's called. I have seen the Thomas Jane one. That was the first iteration of the Punisher that I came across, other than maybe Spider-Man the animated series version. But I like John Barenthal's Punisher. I do. I really like it. Um, and so, but overall, yeah, I thought this was an interesting presentation. Let me see. I'm trying to remember who everybody's like name that's in it and all that. So the Nucci, I don't think her name is given, but I think it's played by Chelsea Bree. She plays the Mrs. Nucci. Um, so we'll see. I'd be curious on if they will try to do a season three. I really feel like I doubt it. I really feel like they're not going to, but I mean, what do I know? We'll see what happens with regards to that. So now the next time we will see the Punisher is in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Again, I'm curious on like how he goes, because at the end of One Last Kill, he basically takes up on, I guess, protecting the neighborhood or something like that. I'm not. It's I don't want to say it's not entirely clear, but we see the same guy who threw the dog in front of the moving truck. Looks like he has a baseball bat, and it looks like he's ready to hit this couple when Frank comes in, and Frank looks really cool. He's all tactical geared up, the Punisher symbol back, and he takes the hat back that the guy took from the fellow Marine and gives it to him, and the guy's like, "That's not the only thing he took from me." And Frank just goes, throws a knife, hits him in the leg, and puts a cap in him, and then that's how the episode ends. So Frank, has found a new purpose. Um, so overall, I like the presentation. I still have a lot of questions on its placement within, I guess MCU in regards of, is this like during Born Again, after Born Again, and just things like that? Because we see Frank clean shaven in Brand New Day, so it's just, how does this, or maybe this is just a special presentation and has nothing to do with it. That could also be a possibility as well. So, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I liked it. Be curious to hear you guys' thoughts. But if you are new to the channel, be sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure you comment below. You can also find me on the Shawnee D Man Gaming channel, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, the Nerd Talk podcast on Spotify. All that you can find down in the description below. So definitely go and check those out. But guys, thank you again for hanging out. Thank you again for watching. And I will see you all in the next video. Y'all have a good one.